So Keith, I would love to just get you talking a little bit about addiction. This video is for Quantum Sobriety website, and Quantum Sobriety is my journey to freedom. And I've spent my whole life addicted to substances, my whole life, and it's been my story. And so many times that I tried to stop smoking, stop taking drugs, stop drinking, it was always such a struggle. And then I turned inward and I started yoga, which led to meditation, doing a lot of meditation, and I found freedom. And now I never want to drink, I never want to smoke, I never want to do drugs. It's gone, it's completely gone, and there is, and in its place there is peace. And Quantum Sobriety is about sharing this peace with anyone else that wants to experience peace. And as one of my teachers, and it's so wonderful to be in Guatemala, the only reason that we're in Guatemala is you. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. You've been a huge inspiration. And 2 years ago I recorded one of the days, 3 days that you did at Guidance of Ceremonies, and I recorded that day, and I have done quite a few of those meditations over and over again, and they are, and you are an inspiration to me, and I class you as one of my teachers and one of my mentors, and so I think it's really important I'd love to hear your views of what you feel Quantum Sobriety is bringing, your views on addiction, and really for the people that are watching this and who are in that place, that struggle place, what they can do.
What you're doing is the future of this kind of healing work. There's not a lot of it out there right now. It's all cutting edge. It's all new, because the new world, the new energies are aligned with different techniques. Techniques that, first of all, don't make it wrong. Don't make it into a problem, and don't try and fix it. That make it into a larger part of one's journey. That most would say was carefully chosen. A journey that is designed to take you somewhere, to deeper understanding, to be able to help or serve others. And the process of being addicted, of giving your power away, is done through substances, through relationships, through the workplace, by a significant portion of society. The culture teaches everyone. You don't want to be who you are. You don't want to extricate yourself. You don't want to get out of giving your power away. You're supposed to be who your partner wants you to be. You're supposed to be somebody else. And those larger levels of addiction distill down into focuses with relationships, with the workplace, with substances. And like any place, everybody that works with this kind of thing sees it. Lost. Surrendered, but not surrendered. Playing deep internal games and trapped in a cycle that has no exit door at all, anywhere you look. In general, the harder you try to get out, the deeper you're mired. You might as well struggle in quicksand.
Yeah,
the more you wiggle, the deeper you go.
Definitely.
And eventually you drown. So all of the psychological, the 12-step modalities that I'm familiar with begin by making the process wrong. Rather than, some of them get into this a little bit, that it's a solution you're trying to use that's not working very well. So what can you do? What can one do to find a solution to a problem that's not there? To a problem that's killing you, but is part of a larger journey that isn't wrong. When you reach a place where you want out, when you want to begin to uncover, why did I go there? Why did I choose to go there? And that is heresy. So why do you choose to go to such a place as addiction? Now, that idea in and of itself, that it is choice, is a heresy. It's out of the box. It's nuts. It's obviously absurd. And one who espouses such an idea is certainly a nutter. If you're going to take back your power, not to overcome addiction, but to transcend it, it might help to understand why you went there. Now, understanding that at the rational mind level isn't going to work. Psychoanalysis is famous for, after 10 years, producing people who totally understand why they do what they do, but they still do it. So the quantum part of sobriety is, how do you go deeper than the rational mind level? How do you work with the patterns, the belief systems, the definitions in the subconscious that are running the show? Whether your show is anything from self-abuse to addiction, is repetitive issues that crop up in your life that get in the way of your relationships and your job. How do you get at those subconscious things? And today, in the new energies, it's a lot easier than it ever was. The same process that Carl Jung talked about in more rational mind ways is now available using higher energies. Now, not the 12-step higher energies where you give it over to a higher power, but the energies where you take back the power. And you have the power to know if you want to know. And if you don't want to know, I can't take you there. You can't take anyone there.
Yeah.
If you want to know why you do what you do and where you're trying to get by doing it, then you got to go deeper.
Yeah. Meditation.
In any of its forms.
Yeah.
You got to uncover
Who you really are.
who you are, why you've gone there. Things need to be let go. They can be transmuted with the assistance of higher energies. But you don't give up your power, you take it back. There's a problem with that. You have to look at what you're doing and feel what you feel. Now, most people don't want to do that, and that's okay. But for those that are ready, and a lot of people these days are, they're compelled to. They're forcing themselves to go where the culture says, you don't go. You don't feel what you feel. You get an antidepressant and you push it back down.
Yeah.
Don't go there, don't feel it. Nobody wants you feeling it. It's not nice to feel it. You're not a spiritual person if you feel it, yada, yada, yada. So, how you go there? Well, everybody does it differently. And as you know, you have to help people where they are. You can't take them where you went, because only one person will ever get there the way you got there, and that's you.
Yeah.
But you know the map. You made the map.
Yeah. I've got a map.
And you know the signposts, the clues, the breadcrumbs along the way.
Yeah.
Now we're not headed for the gingerbread house, but whatever. You also have tools of meditation practices, ways to connect with higher energies that help you not only get in touch with the belief systems, but transmute them within. And that journey is unique for everyone. You hold space. You provide loving support. One thing you don't do is do it for them.
Yeah.
Because that fosters another level of the dependency that got them
Yeah. I think that's the first.
where you went and where I went.
It's the first step, isn't it? Taking responsibility.
Own it. If you won't own it, you can't change it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are projecting the ownership outward, if you are blaming, you're not going anywhere. And that's fairly well understood in most of psychology. I've seen what you do. And you do what you do. I do what I do. I use often the chocolate as a partner. Can you become addicted to chocolate? You can become addicted to anything.
Yeah.
Can you misuse the chocolate as a stimulative crutch? Oh yeah. And some people do. For most of the people who go that route, the chocolate will help them get in touch with, as a plant, spirit, medicine, energy, get in touch with the deeper whys. Because it's not about the chocolate or the alcohol or the drugs or the relationships. It's about the patterns, the addictive patterns underneath that.
Yeah.
Oh, getting into those patterns, getting into the subconscious. That's the magic, and the magic takes place individually. And I can't give a formula. Because if I gave a formula, it would automatically not work that way anymore. And the reason is, once you codify it, once you make it into a system, you're out of the now, and out of the flow, and out of the moment, and you're in a ritual. And rituals are fine if they have the energy. But if you've got a formula, you're not in the magic of the moment. You're saying you don't have the magic of the moment, and you need a step-by-step process. Fine for some, but you don't work with the people for whom that has worked. You took a journey on the hard bus.
I really did.
A journey that was designed to get you somewhere. You live in a culture that didn't offer you any way to get where you were going except through the struggle, the destruction, the pain. And you got on. Now that you're off the bus, it's fairly clear that you developed a huge amount of strength, understanding, and knowing. Now, you want to take that knowing and help other people off the hard bus. Someone else would use it, and many people are doing that right now, to become a better artist, because they believe they need to connect to the pain and the passion, to have the passion, instead of connecting to the joy and the expansion, to have that passion as an artist. And when we don't have the doors to the joy and the higher experience open in the culture, people go for the door that is open. And it's a hard bus. And you're supposed to get off of it. And you do. And you get right back on. And again.
And again.
Because you're going somewhere. And it's the only way you know how to get there. And it's the only door that you can find that's open. Now, there are more doors open. In today's energies, there are more possibilities available. And you went into yoga, you went into meditation. Other people go into psychedelics. And it works for some and it doesn't work for others. But those doors are becoming increasingly available, and now you pass out doors. You help people find the doors that are already theirs, that the culture hasn't turned the light on so they can see it.
So everyone's got a door.
Already there.
Already there. Everyone's got an easier bus.
Mm-hmm. And the door isn't to give your power over. The door is more to realize you are the higher power and take it back.
That's lovely. It feels great, and it feels great.
And whether you're going to be an artist or to serve people in other ways, whether you're going just to know more about the amazing things that are available in this world, and you wanted to taste it and get lost in it. You wanted the adventure, and you couldn't really have it if you weren't really, really lost in the jungle. And some people never find their way out of the jungle. And maybe on the soul level, that was okay. On the personality level, we consider it a disaster. But the people who really want to get lost and never come back, you don't find them. And the people who aren't ready to leave the hard bus, they don't come to you. There's a lot of people in the middle. That want to find those higher stages of consciousness without the trauma, drama, pain, struggle, and suffering that has worked so well for millennia, and begin using the joy, the light, the connection, the fun to go the same places on a different bus.
Yeah.
So, for that, you've become a bus stop. You're a place where people change buses.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bus stop. Quantum Sobriety is a bus stop.
And you find that deeply fulfilling.
Yeah.
And it touches other people who are ready for a bus stop. Because if you're not ready for a bus stop, you're not going to get off.
Yeah. Yes. And there's a lot of people that are not ready to get off.
And that's okay.
And that's okay, yeah. But Quantum Sobriety is if you're ready for the bus stop. You want to get off the hard bus onto the easy bus.
There's some people on the hard bus that can change to another hard bus, like detox.
Yeah.
Okay. This is an equal opportunity bus depot. There's lots of stuff out there.
Yeah.
So here you are,
Yeah.
running a bus stop.
Running a bus stop in Lavenham, UK.
Bless you. Have fun.
I will do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you for your time, and for your meditations and for your chocolate and for your help, your support. Really, really grateful for all of it. Thank you.
My pleasure. You know, people like you make me look good. Thank you.